Yeah.
Shout out to you. We're talking with Sonnie Johnson, host of Sonnie's Corner on SiriusXM Patriot Channel 125 every Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, you talk Black empowerment, right? From a different, and you are talking. When I listen, most of your callers are white Trump supporters, right? That channel is a Trump.
That's what it
is.
A
Trump channel. How do you bridge the race gap?
I talk to them honestly. And like the funniest thing is my audience is like one of their favorite part of the show is like, we love it when you start talking about white people. And I'm like, you're white. What do you mean you love it? Like, are you not fully aware that I'm talking about you? But where I have kind of gotten in a show, and dear goodness, if you can imagine how many of them call and complain about me and call me a black supremacist, and I just laugh and I'm like, you have to listen to me anyway. And it's funny to me that they actually think they have any superiority whatsoever. I'm like, you do understand you're listening to me and not the other. But okay, we'll leave that alone. We're gonna have an honest conversation. You're not gonna be talking down about black people to me and think I'm not gonna come back and equally push back. And nor do you get to act like there are no problems within white culture that seriously need addressing and that you guys are not addressing. So if you wanna be focused so much on what's happening in my community, I got a little bit of focus on what's happening in yours as well. So maybe you wanna put a skirt on that before you start talking about what we got on over here.
I love that. I was processing it because we'll have people call up every now and then. They sit and they troll. They listen in and then they call up to troll, and they have the script and they read from it. And it's usually when I start talking about Trump or when I start talking about race. And it's like they don't want to acknowledge that there's a race problem and that we have a history in this country. And, we don't do victim things here on not on the Karen Hunt Show or on Urban View, but we're going to talk about the story from the beginning, not the middle. Our history doesn't start with the slave ships. It doesn't.
Nope.
And in this, if we're going to talk about America, we got to talk about the Rosewoods, the Greenwoods, and all of the wonderful communities we built without any government help, without any handouts that were decimated because of people's jealousy and racism. We got to talk about those things, but you get to talk about them and they like you. I talk about it and they troll me. You got people that call up and I love you, Sonnie. I love you, Sonnie. And I was like, because she's on this channel, there's a presumption that she's one of us. So therefore you can say these things like inside. No? Oh no, I have caught it.
You're catching the end of my work here. Like this wasn't the beginning. The beginning, it was all pushback. It was all, it was all pushback. It was just really terrible. I was going to walk away.
What do you make of the pushback? Because it baffles me. If somebody's telling you we have a disease here, there's a disease here, don't we all want to fix this disease so that the body can be whole? You want this to fester?
They don't look at it because it's not their disease. So they don't look at it. And I'm like, that's your fallacy. It's a spreading disease. Like, you think you can keep it contained in urban cities and it's not going to come creeping up into your country neighborhoods. And now that it's creeping
opioids,
up, and now all of a sudden you got a whole different answer for the opioid crisis than what you had for the crack epidemic. You was all fine with locking us up. Now you talking about treatment, but you can't even see that there's a difference in that. And so I bring up those things. I want them to see how contradictory they are. I want them to see how hypercritical they are in these situations. Like, you are not even making any sense. You're listening to talking points the same way you accuse the other side of listening to talking points, and you regurgitate them without any logical thought. And I'm here to put a stop to that.